Hey guys, so today is my recap of my low buy for 2020. I was doing a low buy. I wanted to do a no buy, but I really figured that would be super daunting, especially considering technically I am purchasing BoxyCharm and Top Box, and then I wouldn't be able to get those, and that was just something that I didn't want to deal with. Also, I'm not obviously a big enough YouTuber that people are sending me free stuff, like companies and stuff. So it would be okay if I did a no buy if I was actually getting free stuff, because then I'd still be able to get stuff without buying anything. And I don't have enough of certain stuff in my collection that if I stop buying it for a full year, I don't think I would be able to, like, I'd have to go out and repurchase it. So yeah, okay. So if you guys are new, welcome to my channel and thanks for joining us. If you are not new, welcome back and thanks for joining us. If you have not seen like the beginning of this video, I would definitely recommend going back and taking a look at it. It is in the very beginning of 2020, but this is just the finale and I am literally just letting you guys know what I ended up buying. Okay, so I think we did a recap at one point. So I'm just gonna tell you. I'll put it on the screen too, how much exactly what I spent. Okay, so, and what, like, I'll put photos of what I actually bought so you guys can see that. So January, I bought nothing. Also, before we get into this, when I tell you everything, I did not include my actual Top Box or BoxyCharm boxes. Halfway through the year, last year, I ended up, my subscriptions, one of them for BoxyCharm, I normally would buy them in a, like, I'd get them in like a year, and I ended up going month to month last year just because I thought that I wasn't going to end up getting it this year because they were kind of going downhill and I was kind of thinking I was done with it. So I started doing month to month. I did not include either of those subscription boxes in this just because it's a bit, I consider it like a channel thing. So in January of 2021, I spent a huge goose egg, which is $0 on makeup and I think skincare. Skincare was included, so I didn't buy any of that. January was really easy. I was like, we're gonna get through this. We're gonna buy nothing. And halfway through January, I was in Mexico of last year. And then, so which leads me into February, and February was easy-ish as well. So because I was away for a week in February, I didn't end up buying too much stuff. I ended up using a bunch of points and getting some stuff from Shoppers Drug Mart, but I ended up paying, I think, $15 for like the taxes. So I only spent $15 in February. And what I purchased was a container of Smashbox stuff, and it was a bunch of different primers. And it was really cheap due to the fact that it was like a Christmas package. And so, yeah. And then in March, I spent another big goose egg. So March, of course, was when things kind of went downhill here in Canada with the whole coronavirus. Obviously, everyone knows what is going on in the world, unless you've literally been living somewhere else and you don't know. When Corona hit Canada, in BC, we did go into a lockdown in March. So I didn't spend any money at all in March. Couldn't even. I could have bought stuff online, but I just didn't see the point. I wasn't wearing a lot of makeup. Halfway through March, we were in a lockdown, wasn't putting makeup on. Obviously, it was one of those things that I guess I could have, but I didn't. And in the middle of March, when we did go into a lockdown here in BC, because I'm a hairdresser, I wasn't working and I sat at home for the first 2 weeks before they gave me tasks to do. I didn't really do a whole lot. Didn't put makeup on. I got out of bed and I showered, but honestly, other than walking the dog, those first 2 weeks were a little rough, but we got through it. So then April rolled around, and in April, if you guys see me looking down, I have a list of everything I bought and with all the months. And yeah, also, if you guys think that this is super cute, my sticker here, I made this with my Cricut. So I have them on a lot of, so that was for last year, obviously. So another one likes to like things like these. If you guys are interested, I can do a DIY and show you guys how I make these lovely stickers. I put them in my bullet journal and all of that stuff. So if you guys want to see a video on that, leave a comment in the comments below. Okay, April. So I was able to go out in April, and the only place I was really allowed to go out in April to was the dollar stores were open and like the grocery store. So I bought $9 worth of items at the Dollar Tree, which is about 6 items. So that is the only thing I bought in April. May, another goose egg. This is gonna probably the last, this is the last month that there will be goose eggs involved in this. So May, I did not purchase any makeup, any face stuff, anything really. I was again stuck at home doing a whole lot of nothing, and I was on a very low budget due to the fact that I wasn't working. Luckily, I did have some money coming in, but I didn't want to spend any money that wasn't necessary on makeup for sure, so it was mostly groceries and bills. Anyway, in June, I did spend $7, and that was on some setting sprays. Essence had, so at my local Shoppers Drug Mart, they sell a small section of Essence, and I ended up buying 2 Essence setting sprays. They're the little matte ones that I picked up. In July, I bought a Tarte sponge. So I ended up getting a sponge. It was on sale for $14. That's with tax and everything included. So I spent $14 on a makeup sponge. I really needed it, so I got it. August. So August was fun. So in August, I spent technically $21. And I bought a lip scrub from the Dollar Tree. And then I bought a mask from, there's this cute little Asian store in my mall, which I bought a little mask from. And then I also picked up some other stuff. This is from Sephora, and I did end up using a gift card for part of this, but I bought these, and this was a set of 4 beauty sponges. So I picked those up. I kind of have a problem with beauty sponges. I couldn't figure out how to clean them really well for the longest time, so I was just getting rid of them. So I have bought quite a few of them, but if you've seen my video, I just did a video on how to actually clean them properly, and I did not realize it would work so well. So I'm going to probably end up not buying any more makeup sponges for a while. So I picked that up, and then I got the drying lotion by Mario. I'll put a photo up. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I got a drying lotion. So that was everything I bought in August. And then September obviously rolled around, and I got this right here. This is I haven't even opened it. I was gonna do a review on it, but meh. So this is the Beauty Blender Besties. And it's a little pack, and it comes with there's the holes in here, and comes with the Beauty Blender with the solid cleaner, and then the little thing to clean it. And then in here, open it up, and it says clean me. So you put it here when it needs to be cleaned. Plus it's a really cute traveling container. That's why I picked this up, because I thought it'd be a great way to travel with a beauty blender for, all my traveling that I've been doing in the last year. Just kidding. Obviously I really want to go to Mexico or somewhere nice and warm, but that's not happening anytime soon. Okay. So I picked that up, and I also picked up a Profusion eyeshadow palette, which I actually bought so I could do a review on this channel, which I'm still gonna have to do. I haven't even touched it, but that was a $9 palette. This. So I have not actually used this. I haven't even used it. It's been sitting in a box, and then I moved. So look for this video. I'm gonna end up doing a video on that. I picked that up, and that was $9. And then I bought some stuff from BoxyCharm. They had a pop-up, and you could add a bunch of stuff for cheap. So I spent about $40 on that. So in total so in September, I spent about $79. That is rounding up a little bit, but that's okay. So then October rolled around, and this was probably got to be my worst month ever. So I spent $107 in October on makeup. So yeah. By this time I had started back to work, obviously. I was back to work for a little while, and this is the month that I placed my Morphe and my ColourPop orders. So I really wanted the ColourPop Hocus Pocus palette, which is why I ended up buying stuff from Morphe, because I was trying to recreate it. They weren't sending that palette to Canada. There's some stuff that come out that they don't send to Canada because of, I'm assuming it was the pandemic. This is the first time I've ever encountered something like this, and I've never had a problem having ColourPop send me anything, and this was the first time. And I waited for so long. I waited, and I was on the dot ready for the relaunch or for the launch, and they would not send it to me. So I didn't end up sadly getting it, but which is how come I ended up getting an order from Morphe. I was trying to order stuff that I could recreate the same palette with, and Morphe had a really good sale on, so I ended up spending some money at Morphe. So I spent, with the exchange rate and everything and shipping, I spent, I think I said I spent $107. I actually spent $207. I don't know why I thought it was $107. Anyway, so I spent $95 on Morphe, and then $110 on ColourPop. And then I bought something, a chapstick, at the Dollar Tree, which in comparison is teeny tiny, and it was It was $1.45. So, you know, in the grand scheme of things, super cheap chapstick compared to a $110 ColourPop order. Okay. That was also the month I ended up getting some other makeup, but I can't claim that because I didn't purchase it. They were birthday presents, so that's not part of this. So then November rolled around, and yep, that one wasn't any better. I spent $213 in November. And none of that was Christmas presents other than presents for myself. At this point, I realized I was still on a low buy, and honestly, I'd given up, and I didn't really give up 2 iotas. I know, that sounds awful, but I tried, and there were some things that kind of happened where I realized some of the plans that I had made for this year weren't happening, and I kind of went down a little bit of a rabbit hole of spending money on makeup to make myself feel better about the situation. And obviously Corona had a lot of effect on it, but so Corona did have a bit of an effect on the plans that I was planning on having for this year, and I unfortunately cannot go through those plans at the moment. They're going to have to be pushed back till the year after this year, so probably 2022. But at that point, I don't know. I was sad. I was really sad. So for October, November, and December was fine. So for October and November, I kind of went down this like rabbit hole of spending money and just being sad. Not depressed, but really sad. And I just kind of spent some money, which honestly, in hindsight, I did not need nearly as much of the crap that I did buy. And not that it's crap, it's not. It's all great stuff. But anyway, so November, I bought a lip mask it was on sale for $25 at the Sephora, and it was the one that I really wanted to try. And then I got a MAC eyeshadow. MAC is expensive, we all know this. It was $22 for an eyeshadow, and it is a dupe for another eyeshadow that was in a palette that I really, really wanted to get rid of. But the only eyeshadow in it was the Nocturnal palette from Urban Decay, and honestly, there's the one eyeshadow in it that I just really wanted that I couldn't get rid of because of this eyeshadow, so I ended up finding a dupe for it. And I bought the eyeshadow because then I could get rid of a whole palette so I can just keep the one singular eyeshadow. So I bought that and then went to Winners and found some stuff. I don't normally shop at Winners, but I found the Billion Dollar Brow Eye Pencil there for under $5. So I got 2 of them for $10. And of course I paid for those and bought them because it was one of my favorite one of my favorite eyebrow pencils. I'm wearing it on my face today. They look a bit weird. Honestly, my whole makeup looks a bit odd today, but forgive me, man. Just this week's going through it. My face is everything going through it. Anyway, so I picked those up and then I bought some makeup from e.l.f. I placed a Black Friday sale on e.l.f. and so for a long time I've been seeing videos on really affordable, cheap eyeshadow palettes and quads and stuff like that. And because I can't get to the States, I cannot drive down there and go shopping like I do, or I did a year ago. Actually, it's been more than a year now. So I obviously can't go down there and pick them up. So I placed an order and I really wanted to try the Precision, the Perfect Finishing Powder. And to pick that up. And then I bought well, there's 4 of them. There is the Cream and Sugar palette. Then there's the Pumpkin Pie palette. And then this one is the Berry Bad palette. And then this one is the Rose Water palette. So I've been dying to get my hands on these. And so I finally gave in and placed an order. I got them all on sale though. So my order for e.l.f. with shipping and handling was 37 Canadian dollars, which is really good because even with shipping and handling, like normally it's way more expensive to order online. And then I bought a mini fridge from BoxyCharm. So on the Black Friday sale, I bought a mini fridge so I can store face masks and stuff in it. So yeah, and that was $54 with shipping and handling, and I was super excited for that. And then I ordered some more Morphe stuff because I have a problem. I love me some Morphe, and most of it was makeup brushes and setting sprays. I love setting sprays. I love them, the mist spray, so I picked up some of those. And then I spent a bit of money on a store in Canada, and it was for some brush cleaner that you don't actually have to like wash your brushes. It's literally a go kind of brush cleaner that really dries really fast, which I love. And I actually picked some more up because I got it in makeup school years ago and I just ran out. So I needed some more. And then I got a new setting spray, which is a bed and eye setting spray. And it's going to be something I'm going to test out when my pool in my complex opens back up. It is an indoor pool, so as soon as they lift the restrictions, I'm going to do a video on this. And apparently, it's supposed to set your makeup in. It's the final seal or whatever it is, and I wanted to do a little bit of a test out. So I wanted to see if I could set my makeup enough that it won't come off when I'm mermaiding in a pool. So that was what I purchased in November. December, I bought nothing. Oh, yeah, in December, I bought nothing. For me anyway. All of the stuff that I purchased, I did buy makeup stuff in November, or in December, but it was all like for my sister and stuff like that. So that is it. So my grand total for 2020 on this low buy was $687. I mean, I could have definitely done better. I definitely feel like I could have done better with this, and I definitely feel like there were some purchases that I probably didn't need to buy, like more Morphe eyeshadow palettes. But, I mean, that's not bad, where that literally, in full disclosure, I have spent that much literally on a ColourPop order once. So, in one go. So to be honest, I'm not too upset about that. I'm a little annoyed that I kind of broke that in October. Like I was doing so good until October, November kind of. So yeah. Well, that was everything in this low buy update. Or finale, I guess. It's not really an update. This is the finale of 2020. I haven't decided whether I want to do another low buy for next year. Honestly, next year I should do it, or this year I should do a no buy, but can't really say that I haven't done that yet. I've already purchasing some stuff. Granted, they're all on gift cards so far. But give me a thumbs up if you like these videos, and if you guys want to see me try to do a low buy for 2021, leave me a comment in the comments below, and I can try to do another low buy and see how well that goes. Obviously, I did such a great job for 2020. Well, that was everything in this low buy 2020 update. I hope you guys are staying safe, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!